It stands as a monument to neglect, slowly being reclaimed by the wilderness surrounding it.
Some doors are locked for a reason. I was about to find out why.
In the stillness of the abandoned space, the dust motes danced in the fading light, suspended in time. Time has a way of standing still in places like this. This old car, once a symbol of freedom, rust never sleeps, they say. And here, on this old Mini, the passage of time is etched into every pitted surface. The car sits abandoned, its tire flat, the wheel colonized by rust, and the handle hadn't moved in years. With a final heave, the rusted mechanism finally gave way.
Scene 9. We managed to get the cables hooked up.
The flatbed tow truck is ready for its next job, parked securely on the gravel driveway. The ramps are down, awaiting the next vehicle.
It might look rough, but this vintage Mini is a valuable classic. We're using the hydraulic winch to carefully load it onto the transport for restoration. Getting these vintage models onto the flatbed requires careful maneuvering, especially with a seized wheel and this much rust.
Leaves the property for the first time in decades, carefully secured to the flatbed.
The long drive to the restoration shop began. It would be months before this Mini saw the open road again.
We're just securing this classic Mini PKE 100B onto the flatbed now.
Now that we have the Mini elevated, we can begin the undercarriage inspection and assess the state of the suspension bushings.
We use a powerful washer set at 2000 psi to safely strip the heavy mud from the bodywork without damaging the paint.
As you can see, the scrubbing reveals the beautiful original olive green paint underneath all that thick mud.
The first step is assessing the damage to this seat. The vinyl is cracked and the foam is deteriorating.
We start by finding the edge and applying pressure. You'll hear those clips start to snap. Work your way down until the piece comes free. To remove the badge, you need to carefully insert the screwdriver underneath and apply steady pressure, leveraging it off the rusted surface. Securing the bonnet on this classic Mini marks a significant milestone in its journey back to the road.
To tackle this heavy rust on the valve cover, a wire brush is essential for stripping away the grime before applying any treatment.
I'm just sorting these vintage handles now. This one looks good, so it goes into the Didal door hoist box for cleaning before we send it out.
Applying the thick foam allows the cleaning agents to break down years of grime. A quick rinse reveals the original finish underneath.
Keeping a vintage vehicle in pristine condition means starting with a thorough wash, removing all contaminants before the rinse.
As you can see, the corrosion in the engine bay is significant. This front bumper confirms we have a major restoration project on our hands.
Next, we carefully apply the masking paper, ensuring a tight seal around the window frame to prevent any overspray onto the glass. Meticulous preparation is the key to a flawless finish. Every edge is masked to ensure sharp lines and prevent overspray in the pressurized booth. Here in booth 3, the vintage Mini Cooper receives its first layer of high-build primer. The ventilation system keeps the air clean as the coat is applied.
The metallic silver base coat is applied in smooth, even passes over the prepared gray primer. Apply firm, even pressure when sanding the body filler. This ensures a smooth surface for the primer.
We begin applying the first coat of lime green base coat to the Mini Cooper chassis.
We apply the lime green base coat in smooth, overlapping passes, keeping the gun perpendicular to the panel to ensure a flawless finish.
The key to a perfect finish is taking your time during the preparation and, of course, the careful removal of the masking materials.
Here in the booth, the fresh lime green paint on the classic Mini Cooper is meticulously inspected under bright light.
Keep the polisher moving in a crosshatch pattern to ensure even coverage. The goal is that deep, flawless gloss you see emerging now. In this scene, we focus on the meticulous polishing process, ensuring this classic paintwork achieves maximum depth and reflection.
Now we carefully line up the chrome trim piece, applying firm, even pressure until you hear that satisfying click.
Using the screwdriver, loosen the top screw holding the chrome ring in place. Once it's free, the ring should pull straight off, revealing the sealed beam unit underneath. Next, we're using the socket wrench to tighten this mounting bolt just behind the bumper. It's a crucial connection for the grille assembly.
guiding the engine down, making sure the mounts align. Once it settles, we secure the bolts and release the hoist tension.
Using the wrench, tighten the positive terminal connection. The initial sparks are normal, but they should cease once the connection is firm.
Next, tighten the radiator hose clamp firmly using the screwdriver. Once tightened, give the hose a firm squeeze to verify the tenders. We're carefully maneuvering the unit into the dash recess now. Apply firm, even pressure until you hear it snap into position.
First, carefully lift the tire, aligning the bolt holes precisely with the studs on the hub. Apply firm, even pressure.
The balancing cycle initiates, spinning the tire rapidly. The system automatically brakes, and the final measurements for the...
Once the specified torque is reached, the wrench will emit a distinct click. Then you can release the tension and remove the tool. To install the center cap, align it carefully and apply firm, even pressure until you hear it click securely into place. Using the adjustment tool, secure the wiper arm firmly in place. Then, carefully lower the blade until it rests. We'll start by taking the screwdriver and applying firm pressure to the rivet head. Turn counterclockwise until you feel the tension release. Secure the gauge onto the valve stem to get an accurate reading. If the pressure is high, press the release button until it matches the recommended level.
The grille is aligned and the bonnet is secure. This lime green paintwork really shines now that the restoration is complete.
Here we have an absolutely pristine example of the classic Mini Cooper, resplendent in its original 1970s lime green finish.
Watch how easily Glass Clean cuts through the grime. A quick spray, a simple wipe, and you're left with a crystal clear finish every time.
For the best results, always use a clean microfiber towel and work in small sections to avoid smearing the residue. We use the microfiber cloth to meticulously buff the side mirror, then transition smoothly to the door handle. Applying the tire dressing in smooth, circular motions ensures an even coat and maximizes the shine. Use a soft bristle brush to clean between the chrome slats, ensuring you remove all the grit before polishing. Apply the polish in small, overlapping circular motions. This ensures an even coat and maximum shine on the paintwork.
This vintage Mini Cooper requires special care. Using the right microfiber cloth is key to achieving this flawless, high-gloss finish.
The new plush mat is easily positioned, smoothing it out to ensure a perfect fit that protects the footwell and enhances the vintage interior.
Here we have a pristine example of a vintage Mini Cooper, finished in this striking lime green. There's nothing quite like a sunny afternoon drive in the British countryside, especially when you're behind the wheel of this vintage classic.
Preserved in stunning lime green, this Mini 1000 remains a testament to classic design. Sliding into this seat, the smell of old leather and gasoline, it takes you back every time.
I remember this road. The hedges were taller then, or perhaps I was just smaller. Either way, it feels like coming home.
The classic Mini Cooper. Small in stature perhaps, but immense in personality. It remains an icon on any road it travels.
Introducing the classic Mini Cooper. Timeless design meets modern engineering.
Here are the keys to your new life.